The do as thou wilt is the key term that Aleister Crowley taught, which basically means do whatever you want. Don't worry about the consequences. And so even in the Illuminati Facts and Fiction, I have a section dedicated to the Illuminati mindset, and I take a good look at their mindset and even consider, play devil's advocate, the possibility that they have the truth about existence and what are the implications for that. But the do what thou wilt mentality is a social Darwinistic view that basically means just do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. Take advantage of other people, which is obviously the philosophy of these individuals. They don't worry about any sort of divine repercussions. They don't care about anybody else's feelings, sanity, health, and they are leeches that are ruthless and care only about themselves and their
We'll be back after this. It's the Alex Jones Show.
Alex Jones here with a question. What does humidity mean to you? Most people think of hot and sticky summer days, but many people are beginning to realize that humidity can be a valuable source of pure drinking water. That's why I'd like you to visit acolablue.com. Acola Blue is a state-of-the-art atmospheric water generator producing purified drinking water from the humidity in the air using reverse osmosis and a 5-stage carbon and UV light filtration system, which produces great-tasting water at an unbeatable price. Finally, drinking water that you control. I use one every day. Say goodbye to expensive water delivery services and storing 5-gallon bottles of water in your home. The Acola Blue 28 is shipped right to your home, ready to make close to 7 gallons a day, right out of the box. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Call Acola Blue right now at 1-800-691-6043. That's 1-800-691-6043. Or visit Acola Blue at ECOLOBLUE.com today.
Hey folks, Alex Jones here. I'm sending out a special alert to all those out there listening with credit card debt and struggling to make payments. I'm going to give you a very important phone number. Due to a declining economy and credit crisis, you now have the power to settle your debt and lower your payments by up to 60% or more by calling the Bailout Group. This program has already settled over $100 million of debt and are saving individual consumers thousands of dollars. Folks, if you are struggling with credit card debt and those excessive interest payments, the time is now to take advantage of this opportunity. Call the Bailout Group today at 1-800-324-6554. I hope our listeners take advantage of this. The call is free, and in 10 minutes they will show you how much you can save right over the phone with one simple call. Let the Bailout Group bail you out of debt, reduce your payments by up to 60%, and save you thousands of dollars today. That number again is 1-800-324-6554. 800-324-6554. The Bailout Group.
Silver is mankind's oldest natural antibiotic. This very special mineral has been used for centuries by most cultures throughout the world. Utopia, Texas is home to a small but mighty supplement company called Utopia Silver, who offers colloidal products produced in distilled water without use of animal protein, nitrates, or saline solutions. Because our colloidal silver is made up of nano-sized particles, it can be better utilized at the cellular level, and germs can't mutate to be resistant like they can to modern-day antibiotics. Utopia Silver has a broad range of health supplements, including colloidal silver, gold, and copper, with a money-back guarantee on the colloidal products we produce. For 4 years, Utopia Silver has been fighting in the Texas courts against agencies that would steal our God-given rights of health care and freedom of speech. Visit us today at utopiasilver.com. That's UTOPIA silver.com, or call 888-213-4338, 888-213-4338, and help us win this battle.
We are back. It's the Alex Jones Show. I'm Jason Burmis sitting in. We're joined by Mark Dice, author of The Resistance Manifesto and now The Illuminati Facts and Fiction. They're both available over at Infowars.com, as well as the republished Proofs of a Conspiracy by John Robison. You want to hear about the Illuminati from their mouths, that's the book for you. And thank God for Mark Dice putting all this information out. You know, you may not agree with everything the man has to say, but I encourage you to at least go and check out his information, because I think a lot of it is spot on. And Mark, you were just about to discuss, Dan Brown, his connections to the quote-unquote Illuminati.
Dan Brown is a graduate of Phillips Exeter Academy, which is a private boarding school on the East Coast for the children of the elite. Now, a boarding school is a place where rich families send their children to go and live and go to school. So this is a boarding school basically for high school students, so from 9th to 12th grade. He is a graduate of this school, along with some other very interesting people who I will name in just a second. But not only is this just a school for the elite, but back in 1930, a man named Edward Harkness, which was John D. Rockefeller's right-hand man. John D. Rockefeller, longtime Illuminati family, founder of Standard Oil, the patriarch of the Rockefeller family. Now, this man, Edward Harkness, back in 1930, donated almost $6 million to the Phillips Exeter Academy under the condition that they changed their method of teaching to what he called the Aristotelian method of antiquity. Now, Aristotle was a student of Plato. Plato had this interesting concept of philosopher kings ruling over the people. Now, the philosopher kings were the super enlightened that knew better, and under his opinion should then decide what's best for the people and should rule over. So you have this individual that donated this money under the condition that it changed the method to this Aristotelian method. And so what they do at this Phillips Exeter Academy is they basically get a real education. Well, most of us are stuck in the poor public school. So over there at this Illuminati school, whose symbol is actually a sun, rising sun, with a beehive, more Masonic symbology there. That's where they really send their children to get a good education and learn about how the world works. By the way, adjusted for inflation, that $5.8 million donation today, $74 million donated to them. Some other interesting graduates who we're all going to be familiar with from this academy: David Rockefeller Jr., Jay Rockefeller, senator of West Virginia, who basically said that the internet needs to be shut down and wishes that we never created it. Peter Orszag, director of the U.S. Offices of Management and Budget in Barack Obama's cabinet. Gregory Craig, who's also on the White House Council. Some other interesting individuals, Mark Zuckerman, founder of Facebook. But you have these elite families that send their children there to get a real education and learn how the world actually works. And what's also interesting is that the publisher of Angels and Demons, the original publisher, was Random House, who was owned by a subsidiary called the Bertelsmann Media Group, who, according to the London Times and their own CEO, back in 2002, admitted that they were the biggest publisher of Nazi propaganda during World War II. So it's fascinating that his publisher was a Nazi propagandist, and now they're spitting out Illuminati propaganda.
All pretty much coincidence, I'm sure, Mark. We're going to come back on the other side with Mark Dice. We're going to take your calls. It's the Alex Jones Show. I'm Jason Burmis. Remember, you can see us live right now at prisonplanet.tv and Infowars.com.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line when you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for FEMA to take care of your family in any emergency if you simply prepare. No one is going to take care of your family in the final equation but you. You know eFoodsDirect.com is still able to ship storable food that's safe from E. coli, salmonella, genetic alteration, or Chinese imports. And they do it at almost half the cost of last year's grocery prices. Call 1-800-409-5633. Or on the web, go to eFoodsDirect.com. Visit eFoodsDirect.com and look over the fine list of high-quality, freeze-dried, and dehydrated foods they have to offer. Watch the free videos, look at their online catalog, or give them a call at 1-800-409-5633. Again, 800-409-5633, or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com. Take action today. The first step is getting storable food.